Good morning, children. Today we're going to be thinking about writing a fact file about an animal of your choice. I'm going to show you a PowerPoint about amphibians, and you might want to write your fact file about amphibians. What is an amphibian? Amphibians are typically four-limbed and cold-blooded. They consist of three main groups: frogs and toads, salamanders and newts, and caecilians. Being cold-blooded means that their body temperatures are regulated by their surrounding temperatures and are typically found in terrestrial or aquatic water systems. Amphibians spend part of their lives living in water and part of it living on land. What is the life cycle of an amphibian? Amphibians' eggs are laid in a group in the water. After 2 to 25 days, the tadpole hatches from the egg. It swims and eats plants. It breathes through gills. The tadpole grows fins and a stronger tail. Then it develops lungs and hind legs. The tadpole grows front legs and its tail shortens. It uses nutrients in its tail as food. It jumps out of the water and onto land. The tail disappears and it starts to eat insects instead of plants. It takes 2 to 4 years for the young one to become an adult and lay eggs. Interesting facts about amphibians. Can you find out any interesting facts about amphibians? You might want to draw the life cycle of a frog. Can you see? If we start here with the eggs become a tadpole, and then we have a tadpole with 2 legs, although we can only see one here, the other one's hiding the other side. A tadpole with 4 legs, then a froglet. Can you see the tail is still there? Remember, that's where it gets all its nutrients from. And then after a couple of years, they become an adult. Lots of interesting facts there about amphibians. Think about your fact file, and you might want to use this worksheet as a template for your fact file. You can see there is a place for the name, there's a place for a picture, and then the fact file is split into 3 sections for your information to go. So maybe you could talk about the life cycle, you might talk about what your animal or amphibian eats, how long it sleeps, how long it takes to grow into an adult. So you can separate your information into these 3 boxes. This smaller box here you might want to use to describe your picture. Just for an idea on another type of fact file, here's one here about bats. See what information we can find out about bats. You can, of course, choose any animal of your choice. You can do amphibians, you can do bats, or you can choose any other animal. There are more than 950 different kinds of bat. Bats can fly. They have hair or fur on their bodies. Some fascinating facts to include: bats sleep in the day and are awake at night. Bats can live to be 30 years old. Bats sleep upside down so they can fly away quickly if they need to. Where do they live? Bats live in a roost. They live where it is warm and dark, like in trees and caves. What do bats eat? Bats in the UK like to eat insects. Have you ever seen a bat in your garden? They can catch and eat them in the air. Other bats eat fruit, flowers, fish, frogs, blood, and even other bats. So you can see this fact file on bats. It's got lots and lots of information and a picture as well. If you don't have the worksheet for the template, don't worry, you can draw your own boxes and your own pictures in your English book. Don't forget to write today's date and give your work a learning title. So that may be my fact file about, and then choose your animal. Your today's date will be Thursday, the 7th of May. Thursday, the 7th of May. Don't forget capital letters for the days and the month. Please feel free to send me an email with your work so I can have a look how hard you've been working. Keep up the great work, Year 1. You're doing really well. Before I go, let's just have a quick look at your learning activities for English. Our English is linked to science today. We've been learning about animals. You can watch this live lesson with me, or watch the pre-recorded version is what it tells you, the same as all the other ones. For this lesson, go to Espresso, watch the video about amphibians, and you can watch it before or after the live lesson. So there is a link on your activity sheet today that will take you to Espresso. And then if you enjoyed that video, there's another link for you to watch some more examples. Might be a good idea to do that before you start.